Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. Podcast so bad we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc Simmons17. Tonight is the Three Musketeers back at it again. I'm gonna give a hot tag to my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Zach Hendricks. Find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, look them up because they out in your town shooting around. Country Air at Country Air Official and Country Air Brand on all the social medias. And I'll pass it off to a man who is a senior official, a best-selling photorealist, and a celebrating wrestling book. He's locally known, internationally respected, or vice versa, however you want to take it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, # Celebrate Pro Wrestling, and Waffles Take It Home podcast.
Waffle, 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 waffle. How was the food hunt for you, Perch?
Yeah, this weekend was pretty good. Spot in Chicago called D Augustino's. Some of the best pizza out there.
Really?
Pizza and Bosco sticks, delicious. Something about, I think, a sugar in their sauce. And there's something to it, a little bit of a sweetness. And yeah, D Augustino's, recommended by local Chicagoans. So when you're getting the local
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That's what you want. That's what you want. Not the
Yeah,
tourist stuff. You want what do y'all eat that live here?
yeah, that's a Gringo Loco special.
Okay.
D Augustino's pizza, so good.
Nice. Nice.
Jumbo box too.
Hell yeah. Zach, how was your food hunt?
Yeah, would I? Thanks to Armando Alvarez. I'll talk about some of the food hunt when I talk about what I did this week.
Yeah.
But we went out to Iowa, and has an eye for barbecue. Where we go, Doc?
We went to Jethro's Barbecue in Des Moines, Iowa. It is a place that's been on Man versus Food and was a fail. He did not complete the challenge. None of us took the challenge. It was Country Air with Keyshawn Cannon and Hua Ming who made the trip. Food was really good though.
Oh yeah, I got some wings. Doc and I were talking about wings the other day. I looked at the menu and it said Iowa's best wings on the menu, and I was like, you know what? Let's try it.
We're like, we'll see about that.
I
Yeah,
got
the wings actually were very good though. So,
wings are fire, bro.
yeah, the wings are
Uh, yeah, super good. Nice, crisp, like easy to get off the bone. But
yeah,
yeah, really
I
good.
believe they smoke then flash fry real quick. What it felt like. So, no, yeah, it was good. Yeah, you and Wall had wings. Keyshawn had a burger. I had the barbecue. It was real good, real good. Besides that, I made some Tuscan chicken tonight for the first time. That was good. Oh, oh yeah, we had burritos yesterday from Pancheros. We went to Sonny's too, I believe, for some steak and eggs over the weekend. So we had been very good for like a month and then just blew it all this weekend. But totally worth it. Totally worth it. Zach, anything else you want to put over?
Uh, I'm not I mean, food wise, not really. I mean, yeah, we really just snacked yesterday, and I guess I'll talk about some of the foods when I talk about this week.
Okay, if you're going to talk about some of the feuds, why don't we have Perch talk about some of the music? Perch, what is your
Ooh,
banger of the week?
banger of the week this week. This song's all about dancing. You could be in any mood, any setting. You hear this one come on, and you can't help but stand up and get grooving. Went to the Dua Lipa concert at United Center and heard this one live as loud as possible. Song Electricity, Dua Lipa. Uh, it would have been a banger 20 years ago, and it will be a banger for the next at least 20 years. Um, and this song was made, it was like a stamped 50 years guaranteed. Yeah, really good. Just the voice so good. The beat to it as well really hits it. Good emotion. Love when there's good emotion in a song. And if there's one thing Dua Lipa's good at, it's singing and dancing. This song embodies all of it. So, Electricity, there's a bunch of remixes, but the original,
Uh,
yeah, so good.
oh, okay. Well, happy you mentioned that because I did just add the remix on accident. Okay, so let's not do that.
Yeah,
Uh,
one of those songs, much like hers, if it's a hit, there's probably five or six different remixes.
like, yep, I
Uh,
agree.
but yeah, Dua Lipa teaming with Diplo and Mark Ronson for this one. So a lot of big names coming together to put together this song. And yeah, it's when you put it on the radio and or you hear it with some headphones, it's one that makes you just want to groove, especially as we're hitting this fall weather.
Yes, 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 it is chilling up. So yeah, gotta keep those bodies moving. Why don't we talk about things we watched this week then, fellas? Um, I thought I didn't watch anything, but then I remembered I watched the one big thing. I did watch Ring of Honor. It had some special episodes up on YouTube and saw the homie Story Denali make her debut as the enforcer for Premier Athlete. So that was dope. That was dope. Besides that, didn't really watch much. Like that kind of took over. Yeah, I don't think I really watched much else. Zach, what have you been watching?
Yeah, I saw the clips. Super proud. Shout out to the little big sis, killing it. Gonna do big things. Already big enough. Uh, I watched SmackDown, John Cena's final match, Sami Zayn, and no other. It was fun watching it because around the end, it was like it felt like they were waiting for something, and you didn't have to wait no more. It was the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar out there fucking it up, setting up for WrestlePalooza. John Cena, Brock Lesnar. Uh, what else went on? Oh yeah, AJ Lee made her long-awaited return to WWE after 10 years. That was good. Her and Punk. We'll talk about that as well. But trying to think what else on SmackDown. I didn't watch all of it because we were going out. But yeah, other than that, like I'll talk about what else I watched later.
Perch, what have you been watching?
Yeah, seeing Story debut ROH, so cool. Doing her thing, and it's awesome to see someone, uh, go out there and get a live round. And now you've done it, you've been there, and you put your in her case, you stake your claim, put
Yeah,
your foot down. Now you see where you go from here. Awesome, awesome to see. Credit to the hard work and just the good attitude she's always had. Uh, yeah, I look forward to seeing more and seeing where the story progresses.
yes, very much so.
Uh, Moxley and Daniel Garcia has been great.
I did see
Good
clips
back
of
and
that. I
forth.
haven't watched it yet, but yes.
Just every bit of storytelling they can do, mixed with giving themselves and the audience their bodies. They're out there killing each other in the best way possible for all of us to enjoy and to maximize it with good storytelling before the match, during the match, after the match. To me, that's what pro wrestling is all about. It's the performance, and we're watching a show, and sure, there's six, seven matches that someone's gonna like one of them or all of them. Some people don't like all the matches, but we enjoy sports for different reasons. Pro wrestling is its own style of performance. You can't get too caught up on winning or losing or uh, someone's like a sports team because simply it's not.
Yeah.
You get the performance in there, and you can respect it and honor it all the same because it's a live game, live round, a live match, live professional wrestling. So seeing Daniel Garcia and Moxley uh, have their their feud and just the emotions mixed with a performance of however long they went inside the ring, to the questions coming out of it. Like that's the reason why I watch anything on TV or listen to anything on the radio. That's pure entertainment for me, and uh, and that's what we call pro wrestling. So had one of those moments over the week where it was like, yeah, this is why I love what I love. It's not Triple H Cactus Jack anymore, or The Rock cutting a promo on a Thursday night SmackDown. But Daniel Garcia and Moxley is what I'm here for in 2025. And there's a lot of pro wrestling that I love just the same. But
Yeah,
wow, hats off.
and I think
That's my flavor.
I think that's a thing a lot, just like anything of because yeah, you're not comparing it to Triple H Cactus Jack. You're comparing it to what it is now, and it's what you like now. But you still like those things. I feel like a lot of hate for things comes from looking for things to be what they were never meant to be. Like Garcia,
Mm-hmm.
Moxley was never meant to be Triple H, Cactus Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes no sense to compare it to on its own merits. I saw some people compare some other things that I liked the other day, and I was like, well, the enjoy what you enjoy is not what you're looking for in like this doesn't provide that. This is something completely different. So yeah, if you're looking for what you were looking for in that, like no, this doesn't like you have to remove yourself from previous biases sometimes to just enjoy it. And I think wrestling needs more of that.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel that from, we're a part of the pro wrestling community, whether it's inside the ring or we're outside the ring, or shedding uh, wisdom or just experiences with others like we're doing here. It needs that unbiased opinion and a fresh mind. So
Yeah.
the more we can stay fresh with our thoughts and continue to, the better. And find what you like. So we always preach it. Find
Yeah.
something you like that's out
Yeah.
there.
Like I love I love the bloodline story. AEW cannot do a bloodline story. It does not have the 40 years of history. It does not have the one family that you can tie everything into. So I don't look for a bloodline story in AEW. Now,
Mhm.
because of how they tend to shoot things, when they get into blood feuds, I expect Texas death matches. I expect anarchy at the arena. Like I don't look for that in the blow off feuds for WWE. I don't judge the Cody Roman main event on the fact that there was no blood because I didn't look for that in that match. That's not what I'm hoping for.
Mhm.
Yeah, if Hangman and Moxley didn't have blood in it, I would have been a little bit concerned. Like,
Remember that time Moxley took that spike back to the back?
yeah, like had there not been that type of spot, I would have been. But I don't expect that type of spot in WWE, and I don't judge them for
No,
not doing that.
no, I like that they can hit the gas pedal in everyone's lanes and produce art and entertainment.
Hmm.
And much like entertainment, we find what we like and enjoy and embrace the
Yeah,
things that we we enjoy.
yep. They
And
told the stories in their realms, and it was perfect. It was good in their realms. I don't expect the crossover there.
mhm.
But that's what it is.
And the other feud I caught over the weekend or over the week was as I'm diving into the backstory of listening to all the Mariah Carey CDs, starting with the 1999. I'm up to about Charm Bracelet 2002 era. So I went back and I fully embraced, and I went back and watched some of the Eminem Anger Management
Here
Tour.
we go. I've been
I went
I
in.
know I hope you remembered I brought this up. So I was like, you didn't know about this then.
I just remember Eminem would rip on any kind of names back in the day. He put them in their
Yeah.
music videos, and it was funny being made fun of by Eminem. It was just part of the 2000s. And but what I didn't realize was that Eminem and Mariah Carey had
They
some
had a beef.
beef. So went back and yeah, getting ready for that Dua Lipa show. We were watching some concerts and some live stuff, and yeah, we put on the Anger Management 2 tour, and Eminem is just on top of his game. He's got Proof out there with him, the rest of the guys from D12, just incredible, iconic, with song after song. And there's just moments throughout where you're hearing him just riff. and 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 then I went back and listened. I wanted to see where it came back on her end because M is on top of his game where he's at, especially in 2002. I wanted to see what Mariah, who in my mind has been on top of her game from 1990,
Yep.
uh, had to say. And I realized that Tears of a Clown from Mariah Carey, holy smokes.
Yeah, no, Mariah was slinging that heat.
I had heard it a couple times listening to the CD over the past week or so, and love it. It's a great song. I put it on the Mariah playlist, and yeah, that knowing where it came from, the moment after that M show, I had to listen back to that one in particular, and yeah, wow, wow, she dished straight fire and throwing in all the references too, and just the way she slams it. There's no
You got
doubt
a
Mariah
couple
writes her
music
stuff.
videos you got to watch too.
Yeah, so then I also caught the Obsessed song. I
Yep.
fast forwarded. We're enjoying this ride the best I can. So I'll fast forward for a song I hear here and there because it's of the moment. So I caught that Obsessed song by Mariah Carey 2009, ah, along with that music video.
Yeah.
Hats off. Hats off. We were just talking about Mariah uh, with Jay-Z and Heartbreaker last week, and they have that fight at the end in the movie theater.
Yep.
Uh, Talk about fast forwarded 10 years later. Here's "Obsessed" by Mariah Carey, and she's digging on M the whole time. But with the music video, with the song, by the end of it, and that video hits him with a bus. Oh, in my mind, the mic has been dropped. That was it. I'm sure maybe there's more to the feud, but from 2002 to '09, yeah, in my mind, Mariah's got the better of that fight.
Yeah,
But
man.
there may
Yeah,
be more to it. But
they were slinging bombs. I don't think it. Yeah, that's definitely like a court of public opinion. I don't think anybody ever said who won or lost that beef.
no, and upon a night of just embracing it, I realized I think both of them gave respect to one another.
Oh, there,
If
yeah, it
someone's
was,
gonna do it, might as well be the best in the game
yeah,
doing
at
it.
the
So
time, yeah,
I
and
think
it was
eh,
just crazy to see
you don't have
Mariah
to like
Carey
each
be like,
other.
"No, I'm not backing down for what you're saying about me. I can make a diss track."
Yeah, hats off to both of them respectively. And that was just good for music all around. And the both of them didn't get pushed back at all. They kept moving forward and dominating their, respective, styles. So loved it. Loved it. And this weekend was the VMA awards too. So I like catching that, especially with Sierra. And and Mariah Carey gets an award this year. So I was all psyched to get to see her.
Was it so you're in '09, so Diary of Mimi you've gotten to?
Yeah, Emancipation of Mimi is my next.
Emancipation of Mimi. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yep. Which is just about every good song.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
saying.
because
Got that
that's
maybe
the one
one or two
she
times through
racked
it.
up a bunch of awards on that one.
Wow, wow. But yeah, this award show was just from this Sunday, so 2025. There's
Oh,
Mariah.
that's year. Okay.
Yeah, so this is present day. Here she is winning the Vanguard Award, which is
Yeah.
like the, longevity. Here you
Yeah.
go. 30 years in the game, 35 years in the game. Um, and she put on a show, performed, and hit maybe a great, 10, 12 minutes. She did a good 10 to
Oh,
12.
maybe that's what that because I did see a video of her and Busta.
Busta was there. He
Okay.
performed well. He
Yeah,
accepted a
yeah, okay,
similar
so
award
maybe that's what it was. Yeah, yeah.
in his style. And yeah, Mariah, and she's still singing "Obsessed" out there. She's still hitting that
Hey,
song.
it's good. It's
Incredible.
good. That's it.
Ariana gave
There's
her the
people
award.
who didn't know that it was about Eminem probably, and just like it's a good song. It did
Just a
numbers.
great song. It fits
Yeah,
right in with their whole set.
yeah, it's good.
Incredible. So, yeah, and Ariana Grande was able to give her the award. So there's another one, not like a passing of the torch, but paying her respects to a legend. You can see the way Ariana Grande takes that spotlight and gives it to Mariah. So, yeah, she's paying her respects to a legend, just like we pay our respects to veterans in the pro wrestling business. Uh, and it's incredible. So, yeah, good entertainment all around. I loved it.
Yeah, and I actually was reminded of something that I did watch, and because I wanted to recommend this to you, Perch. I know you're not an anime fan, but Kaiju number 8. I think you would really enjoy. I have been working on catching up on season 2. I'm still like 4 episodes behind, but yes, Kaiju number 8. It's
Awesome.
it's Godzilla's versus Godzilla's. So I think this
Love it.
is like I think all right. It's like if there's one I know he's not because of the things. It's like all right, this one I think this will be good. This is what he likes, just animated.
Yeah, good
So
call.
there we go. All right, fellas, why don't we get into what we did this weekend? Perch, why don't we go back to you? I know you talked about watching the VMAs this weekend. What else were you up to?
Yeah, we went to see Dua Lipa at the United Center. Awesome time. Good old Gringo Loco and his family. It was awesome. Great time. I've been a fan of Dua Lipa. That really started a big kick and realizing disco is back. There is modern beats, modern music that is being made with like the best performers. And I just had to open my eyes. And yeah, so I had this date circled probably about a year in advance saying Dua's coming to Chicago and had to see it. She put on a great show, phenomenal. Kids, adults, people all ages, every style was there and enjoying and dancing, and it was great. Uh, she had the microphone up to the crowd at one point. She's like, "Hey," to a little girl, "Where are you from?" She's like, "Wisconsin." They're like, "Yeah." So good to see Wisconsin representation. Going down to Chicago to enjoy events. I love it. I never did growing up. I would never go to the United Center, the Allstate Arena, or the White Sox game. But now I love it. It's so much fun. Very simple to go to, and nice people out there too. Uh, so yeah, the United Center. I remember being there once when CM Punk came back. As a fan, I took that one in, had my notebook, and took some notes. Another time I was there was an extra for AEW one time, and got to help him with the entrances. And I did the old Rusev entrance or the Miro entrance right on that stage. It was too funny. So fun to have good memories at this venue, and especially at the United Center where they've got rafters that hang banners of Michael Jordan, the best in the game. So this time, being able to watch Dua Lipa perform was a one of a kind experience. Great songs, great encore, good show. Loved it.
And lucky to have a place with that much history there too. Yeah, because that
Yeah,
is
so
phenomenal.
much history, and uh, only an hour and a half away, and you get there at a good time where there's no traffic. You don't have to even worry about it.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say that's kind of the problem with DMV area. So many things have gotten torn down and built new. Just not enough space. So it's
and
unfortunate.
and also this weekend went to went to see the new Conjuring movie,
Oh,
uh,
okay. How was
Conjuring
that?
4. I've been a fan for a long time. Uh, the
I
first
think I've only
movie,
seen the first two.
the first one, and I think it was 2012 that it came out, 2013. So it's been a long time, over a decade. And the amount of spin-offs they've made and the sequels, I think they're at like 15 movies or so. But
Maybe I've
I've
only
only,
seen the first one if it only came out that. Yeah, might have only seen the first one.
yeah, and I love the main ones. Those are the really the only ones I've seen. The Conjuring 1, 2, 3, and now 4. Uh, Great actors, Ed and Lorraine, Patrick Wilson, and Vera in there. They're really good. And 1 and 2 were great. I I forgot all about 3 because I realized I didn't enjoy it as much when I saw it years ago. But this number 4, uh, it was amazing. I loved it. It was a great horror movie this year, and right up there with just a good story, good suspense, good terror as well. Uh, yeah, I
We're in
loved
a
it.
bit of a horror movie renaissance. I feel there's a lot of different horror movies out.
I think James Wan came on the scene. He was probably in the credits of a lot of movies as we were growing up, but then he started to direct and produce some horror movies. And in this era, uh, since yeah, it's a great era of horror movies.
And he's
The
doing Mortal
spooky,
Kombat 2. He's doing the new Mortal
yeah,
Kombat.
just good. There's a lot of eras of comedy had a good era
Insidious.
around the
That's what it
40-year-old
was. I didn't
virgin.
see The Conjuring. I saw Insidious.
Oh, Insidious, yeah, yeah, that's a great one, and that was really the one that ushered in this new
Yeah,
era.
like yeah, the
That
era.
first Insidious, James Wan, Patrick Wilson. This last one had both those guys in the credits all these years later. So I love it. It may be the last Conjuring movie, but they went out on a high note.
He did Furious 7. Which one was that? Okay. All right. Yeah, he's done a lot of different things too. He's just good. um,
Yeah, yeah. That was it. Comedy movies and that Judd Apatow in the 2000s. He was
yeah,
on like everything. James Wan in horror movies over the past 10, 15 years, maybe even 20 years.
yeah, he did Mortal Kombat. Yeah, he did one of the Furious movies. Yeah, he's done a lot. Horror definitely seems to be his go-to though, because I heard good things about Spiral. He's been in Saws. Yeah, so he's pretty legit.
Yeah, I don't look too much into the horror movie world, but I do love the movies. So I don't know what are all the productions and stuff, but yeah, they've been doing a lot of good ones lately. I love it.
You know. Zach, what were we up to this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend, as Doc alluded to earlier, we were on our way out to Des Moines, Iowa, doing Mama's old fashioned recipe, old school, nothing different. Get a car full of wrestlers, show up for setup, help out. We did that work and earned an opportunity. It was myself versus one half of Perch's favorite tag team, TAU, Wah Meng, and then a young guy up and coming, making a name, Keyshawn Cannon. We opened up a triple threat, and the guru at GRE showed these kids why I'm still the master.
Yes, sir. Good show down there at Fight Pro. It was I unfortunately can't remember his last name, but Hunter and Tony Rican running the show. So a lot of AAW homies, all of the Black and Brave homies, the Chicago style homies. And yeah, they really put on a show. About 1,000 people in the crowd, and they were eating it up.
Oh yeah, it was a great
When I
crowd,
say a
great.
thousand, it's like probably for the you guys are on the pre-show. 1,000 probably for the pre-show.
Yeah, no, I got there was like about 1,000. Like fans came up early and they wanted to see wrestling and they enjoyed it.
Yeah. So as wrestlers, we love that shit.
Oh yeah, can't wait to be back.
Yep. So hopefully we'll be back. But anything else you want to put over?
Yeah. So we talked about it was a theme. I had good food Monday. Had rice, some chicken, a great Oreo cheesecake. Shout out to Armando Alvarez, always hooking it up. Mountain Dews were a little low, but we'll talk about it, Armando. But yeah, and then what else I was watching Monday Night Raw because had the opportunity again to be backstage and be an extra, and it was awesome. It was a good time. We got about an hour of free knowledge from William Regal, just giving us good advice, talking about old school British wrestling, telling us how good Fit Finley is, and like how like talking about back in the day British wrestling. Wrestlers only wrestled like twice a year on TV. But the way commentary was, you felt like you seen them all the time. But like if you were good, you would get like maybe three. But Finley was like maybe the only guy who did it 4 times a year. And they say he started wrestling at the age of like 14. So like just talking about the scene there and how it's like completely different here. But just talking about how it was 30 years ago compared to how the business has changed now. So it's fun to listen to that. Awesome to see the like reactions be out there. Watch the crowd when AJ Lee came out, wanting them to have Punk come out. Rollins rocking them cowboy Nikes. Usos doing their thing. Uh, I told Doc the stories before the show. That was fun. But yeah, good time. Good. Yeah, it was a good time. A good opportunity, and home game. So couldn't
Yep.
complain.
Probably yeah. With AJ Lee's return, like awesome one to be at.
Yep.
I'm sure.
First Raw that back, and yeah, um, yeah, it was a good show. And like even at the end at the after show, like they had a kid who's going through chemo and like he came in the ring. I don't know if he won or if he's still fighting, but like got to do some stuff with the Usos and Rhea Ripley and like
Yeah.
got to get the crowd muted.
They just posted that not too long ago actually. Like I saw that right before I got on.
Yeah, I saw like Brett Duffy out after the show. So what Brett, if
Yep.
you are one of
That's
the 20s
it.
listening.
Brett's good, homie. But yeah,
But yeah, that's that.
awesome, awesome. I think it's time we move on to our discussion for this week. As far as our discussion last week, our visionary global media homie, High Five Tom, had this to say. One, he loved me bringing up K-pop Demon Hunters, and his wife, lost it for me, putting it over because yes, it is good. I have still been listening to that album all week. It's super fun. And then he also said, Zach, I love the financial advice. That is a great idea and perspective. But from him, his advice to anyone is know your character. I remember listening to Stone Cold's podcast, my first wrestling podcast, and someone asked him what is so stunning about stunning Steve Austin. That resonated with me for sure. I had a great convo with few wrestlers, and people that really know who they are as their character are the ones that people will gravitate to. Don't just be that guy, but give yourself a backstory and such. Doesn't matter if you are a wrestling janitor or a monster. What is the reason and story you are who you are? Like the kids say, real recognize real. And if you believe in your character and what you are doing, me as a fan will be in, and that is what wrestling is about. And maybe even buy two of every one of your annual T-shirts, a baseball jersey jacket, and maybe a visor. Oh, and the last part is he wants merch. um, so diversify the merch. But yeah, knowing your character is always important. I always bring that up in class. Like when you're developing your character, think about the everyday situations of what your character would do, and that is going,
And
you know,
character you have now is not the character you'll be in the future.
yeah, yeah. But
You
it's just,
evolve, you find yourself in the ring, and then you start figuring out what works better. But
yep. I
or
always
it could be the same character.
Yep, it could be, but I think it's important to ask yourself those the one question I always bring up is an old lady asks your character to help her across the street. What does your character do?
I'll help her. And as she walks away, me and Doc gonna count the money.
Yeah, see,
Hard.
that's the thing. Yeah, what do you do? Is it how do you
I'll play.
approach it? Are you, immediately helpful? Are you coy? Are you asking, what am I getting out of this? Do you pick her up? Do you just throw her across the street? So I
I
think,
guess he done her spearing her.
yeah, do you just hit her with the spear? What does your character do in that situation when somebody asks for help? That's just me. But thank you, Tom, for your comments. And remember, go ahead and comment down below with your answer for the question for tonight, which is, hey guys, it is the end of the summer. It has been cooling down. It's been like 40 degrees when I wake up. So I think it's time we look back and talk about some of our favorite memories from this summer. I'll start first. I think number one for me is going to be finally coming back. It's almost 2 years. I love how we were able to pull it off with, me hiding off to the side at ICW watching Zach main event the first show, throw him in the car, make the trip down, cut the promo, beat up the girls, and get back to business. And, this weekend getting in the car, I was upset that I was upset that I didn't look anything up to eat there, but then, just keep that eagle eye vision, found something, all the boys get something to eat. I was more upset because when I got home, I remembered that I had already had some place saved years ago for Des Moines. So that was upsetting, but it's part of the business. And then, yeah, just getting back to work, the showing up. We're in Wisconsin. Nobody's giving us any handouts. We got to do the blue collar work. The boys getting on, showing out. It's been good to be back. Perch, what are some of your favorite memories from this summer?
Yeah, this has been an awesome summer. So many events. Been able to travel the world, uh, go to a lot of baseball games, a lot of different stadiums, minor league game in Arkansas, to a game at the Tokyo Dome, White Sox Stadium, uh, Miller Park, AmFam Field. I was able to take a tour of AmFam Field as well. Sierra and I went on an afternoon. Cool to go in the dugout and the clubhouse and see everything. Absolutely loved it. It was an eye-opening experience. Lots of tailgate parties as well. Uh, been back on the Summer Sizzler tour a little bit more this summer. It's been fun. Shows in Greene County. Got the greatest cheese curds in the world at the Greene County Fair. Uh, we did Portage County this year. First time I've been able to make that one in a few years, and it's always nostalgic. We really kicked things off with CJ's wedding at the start of the summer.
Yeah.
That was a great way to kick off the summer. Seeing all the homies from some we haven't seen in years and others we saw that weekend. It was awesome. Um, just a good celebration of pro wrestling all around. Uh, there's been a lot of good GCW shows as well. We've been traveling Arkansas, Kansas City, uh, Texas, New Jersey. Did maybe 3 shows out in Tokyo, Japan. My favorite place. Uh, the people out in Tokyo are so nice. It is the hottest weather I've ever experienced. Every time we're there in the summertime, it's way hotter than it should be.
Very
And,
humid there.
and I turned into part of the umbrella gang. It's not raining. Why is that guy carrying an umbrella? Well, it's
Keep that sun
it's
off
more
you.
common out there because it's the real deal.
Yeah.
Uh, but also made it to State Fair this year. That was so much fun. Got to see all the cows. And I love it. And seeing Elvis impersonator at the State Fair. That always makes it for me too. Such a good experience. The Hot Sauce Expo in Joliet was a great
Mhm.
time. Uh, yeah, and a lot of fairs, a lot of fests. Uh, the Ukrainian Cultural Center in LA, that's about as fun as it gets. Love to be out there in the summertime as well. That's when it doesn't feel like it's a difference because it's hotter back here than it is out there. It's the rare time of year. Um, but yeah, lots of great times, great moments with the family. We performed Brew City Wrestling at AmFam Field. That was incredible. Uh, yeah, endless good times and great memories. The Insane Eight was a fun time as always. The Dysfunction, having to step up and wrestle in it this time, that was great. I got to ring announce, and then the next day, yeah, that was I ring announced for two shows on the Insane Eight day, and then the next day we had a fair show in Grant County on the Brew City Wrestling Summer Sizzler tour, and Gunner was like, "Hey, Perch, do you mind reffing and announcing?" I was like, "Yeah, every match, yes, I am in. I've been waiting for this moment, and I can't wait." Uh, because all the experience that we get traveling the world, doing odd jobs between the shows, it builds us up to be ready for anything. And and yeah, that time had maybe a small blip on the radar at the Grant County Fair to 50 fans or maybe 100 in that hut. They were growing as the show was going on. Shout out to Chelsea and DJ Bob for giving me the confidence the day before on the on the microphone skills. I was able to rope in some people at the Grant County Fair the next day, and ring announced everybody and refereed everybody. So that was a check off the bucket list of wrestling that I want to do more of as well. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Nice.
But yeah, great summer. I've enjoyed it, and that Dua Lipa show just this weekend was about as cool as it gets to. And seeing Dos Quattro Mao in the
Yeah,
underground
yeah, yeah.
Tokyo, that hardcore rock and roll, people going berserk inside the mosh pit for a 30-minute balls to the wall set of nonstop, like you're talking to Godzilla with that roar that it makes and the heart pounding of the bass. Um, and also Godzilla came back to the movie theaters. Holy smokes. What a scary movie. Shin Godzilla, absolutely terrifying. Right up there with some of the best horror movies I've seen this year, which is the 28 years later in the theater. I loved that one. Ralph Fiennes was just a chef's kiss to that performance. And then this latest Conjuring movie was phenomenal too. I'm sure there's some other horror movies I've seen in there, but I would say 28 years later is still the best um, of the movies that I saw of the summer for sure. Uh, I went there twice and I cried both times. It was emotional. Um, and also the Brewers won 12 this year, this
Yeah.
summer. They won 14 in a row, but we've been talking about free burgers at Webb since I can remember, and it never happened. And I stood in line and got a burger.
Yep.
And more importantly, saw the waiter at Webb's, old Robert, who I used to frequent Webb's uh, in our early 20s. And we'd be there in the very early hours of the morning. So cool to see the same guy working probably many years later, 15 years later. The guy's still there. So very cool all around.
Nice.
But yeah, great summer. I've enjoyed all the shows and all the sports and all the fun memories.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very jealous of the Brewers run. Yankees been quite disappointing, and now football started. So of course my Giants are going to giant. So can't wait for basketball season, baby. Can't wait for basketball season. Here we go, Knicks. Here we go, Knicks.
Let's not talk about anything. Bears are bears.
Yeah, your Bears certainly bared it up last night, but why don't we talk about your favorite memories of this past summer?
Yeah. So what? Obviously, the return of Doc is now we back full in action. Um, us right now, even just returning, but coming back, collecting our some tag gold. I've enjoyed ICW. What I've been doing, like I got to work Orin, I've got to work Yanni. As much as I talk shit to them, those were the guys when we were on the pre-show earning our opportunities. They were in the main. So now just being at that level and showing them that this is my house was really nice, and evicting them was really even better.
Mhm.
Um, what else? Yeah, ICW. Kind of like talking to Doc and just being like, bro, this is 2 years in a row going in as a world champ, and just not even thinking about how that was years ago, not even thinking about that, but just
Yeah.
realization there. Like, oh, like I didn't think being a world champ, and now like not once but 2 years in a row going into the insane as a world champion and walking out, and the other time having one of my favorite matches. Uh, I will talk about Fight Pro because Doc and I've been doing this for a long time, and it was like, man, it was nice, but it's just like, damn, bro, back to square one. Don't mind because that's what we do. Out of town shooters go to work. But just hearing the amount of love we had from everyone, just telling like the promoters who we were, all the boys just saying like, "Yo, like you, make sure you talk to him and pointing us in the right direction." Just everyone, just like it was just like a nice humbling feeling, like, "Yo, like we have been noticed, and all the boys do like have our back too."
Yeah.
So those are like some big wins, and then I will even say like I only did one festival show this year, and it was a good one. I did Mexican Fiesta, got to work some new talent, young talent, and overall just had a fun time.
Hell yeah. Yeah, summer has been fun. Now we move on to fall and winter. Wrestling will certainly pick up as people want to be inside, and I'm looking forward to it. Joining that just the right amount of time. So be sure to down below let us know your favorite memories of the summer. All the listeners on YouTube and Visionary Global Media Airways. And yeah, we'll read it out to you next week. So I think it's about time we start talking about what's coming up this week. Zach, what do we got?
Yeah, so Friday, the biggest show of the year for Legacy Pro, the Showcase of Champions 10. You know, last year I was on the show walking in as the Legacy Pro Next Generation Champion. This year, Country Air will be walking in together. I think it's our first time ever doing a Showcase of Champions like show together.
Yep, I believe so.
But walking in as the Destination Six Tag Team Champions. Uh, I'm walking in as the ICW World's Heavyweight Champion for Fourth Walls for the World Heavyweight Champion. And I mean, people forgot, but Doc, what else we walking in with?
The Doom Cup.
Doom Cup, bitches.
Ding, ding, ding,
You
ding,
guys think we
ding,
are
ding.
coming looking all like scrubbish? No, we coming in draped. That's
Yep.
what Golden Retriever Energy is all about. But yeah, we got that coming up. And then we talked about it just a few seconds. I mean, I said it a few minutes ago, but going back to the grind, put in the work, show up, help out, and try and earn an opportunity. Saturday, we're going out to AAW. We're not on the show, but we're going to show up, help out, and there's that opportunity. We're going to step up and show out.
Yep. Back to work. Perch, what you got coming up this weekend?
And hearing about that Showcase Champions brought me right back to the Showcase of Champions 3. What a fun show that was. Yeah, 2018. So cool to think about. Just good people, good-hearted, uh, pro wrestling, and they brought people in from all over. That
Yep.
was my first time meeting a lot of people that I would go on to know, over the next several years. So cool that that takes place where it does, and that they're on. Is it number 10?
Number
Wow,
10.
Yeah, 10 now.
wow, that's awesome. Very cool. Because yeah, you never know who you'll see and who you're going to see over the next several years. But that was a show that I referenced for a long time, saying, "Oh, I remember meeting you back at the at the Showcase of Champions." But yeah, very fun time. I think I may have been there for the next one too, a couple of years. But always a good time. Great to hear that one's going. And I wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
But thank you, brother.
and then this weekend, I'll be out Midwest loop for Game Changer Wrestling. Super excited. Always love when the GCW shows come out to the Midwest because much like a show on the East Coast or the West Coast, you always have your representatives. and I love repping the Midwest. Referee Max Recon as well from Indiana. So he's got that kind of mid south area on lock. But we're both in that Midwest area, and especially when it comes north by Michigan, wow. Harpo's nightclub in Detroit is probably my favorite venue in the whole United States.
Okay.
Always a great time, always a party atmosphere, and you can tell that they party at Harpo's the same way they do in 2025 is the same way they did back in the 70s when this club was probably first opened. And the security and the owner are probably the same people as well. So it's a very safe place when you're at Harpo's. Detroit is a wild city. I've seen it evolve over the past maybe 6 years that I've been going out there uh, with shows. So it's uh, not as scary of a place as everyone has known over the past few years. But there's certainly some scariness to it. It's a
Yep,
hard
yep,
edge
yep,
town.
yep. Yeah, it's it is easier to navigate hard edge towns than they make it seem on TV
Hmm.
or in the news. Like, yes, there are dangerous places, but you can always navigate them.
Yeah, and the overall, Detroit people can be friendly and they love sports and pro wrestling.
Yeah, and it's
So
usually
I,
like
I
such a
love
small
going there.
sector of the city that it actually is dangerous. Like, those, like, usually actually a lot of good people in those areas.
Yeah, and those are the reasons I'm in Detroit are for sports and pro wrestling.
Hell yeah.
So it's always a good time. Um, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it this Friday, GCW, and then we're off to Indianapolis, Indiana on Saturday for another game changer wrestling show. So a Midwest loop, and yeah, I can't wait. I haven't been to the venue in Indianapolis yet. We've
Okay.
been there several times, but it's always a different venue.
Yeah.
But for me, this will be my first time here.
All right. Dope. All right, folks. Awesome. I hope we're gonna kill it this weekend. So I think it's time we take it home. Zach, any final thoughts or questions?
No, not nothing really.
Perch, final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, especially as the fall weather is getting here. It's nice outside, sunshine. I've been enjoying going to the beach in Milwaukee, just walking around, uh, listening to music you like, and finding pro wrestling that you enjoy. No matter where it is, there's pro wrestling out there that you can relate to and enjoy the stories. And and yeah, just a matter of finding it. Lots of good '90s action with Masahiro Chono lately. So uh, we all have different niches that we enjoy.
Yeah, we
So
all have
find
our
yours.
comfort wrestlers.
We all have our comfort wrestling. Find
Yeah,
yours. It's out there.
yep, I get it. For me, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on all the social medias. Thank you to everybody listening on YouTube or with our new partner, Visionaries Global Media. Be sure to tell promotions to book us because we're all working now and we'd love to be in front of you doing what we do best. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. One.